Professor Abbas Poorhashemi. Professor, we are ready for your presentation when you are.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Mustafa Alas. I suppose you can see my screen.
Your presentation, Professor.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see, Professor. You may
Okay.
continue.
Okay. Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Near East University and its excellent team for organizing this wonderful international conference. As you can see on the screen, my intervention is about legal challenges facing environmental protection and energy security. My presentation aims to provide some elements of energy security and environmental protection from the perspective of international environmental law. As you know, access to energy services at national and international levels should be affordable and secure and have a minimal negative impact on environment. Environmental protection and energy security are interconnected because both goals are feasible with similar policies and actions. As a result, the main issue here is how to use energy without degradation of the environment. Such an approach is based on the fact that new and green technologies could increase energy security and protect the global environment. Energy security refers to supply security and access to resource production, transformation, transport, and distribution of energy resources. In addition, energy security and environmental protection, particularly climate change, are cross-border or international issues, which require international cooperation between states. I should mention here that the energy security challenges include geopolitical instability, economic confrontation, shortage of national fossil fuel, increased demand of world energy, and environmental commitment for all of the states around the world, such as the obligation to reduce dependence on fossil fuel production to fight climate change. Now let's turn to interconnection between energy security and environmental protection. Today, the notion of energy security goes beyond its traditional conception of security of supply of affordable prices. It considers, however, the environmental protection. That is a very important element in this matter. That because environmental degradation and pollution could put energy security at risk. The new concept of energy security depends on many factors, including political, economic, cultural, and environmental aspects. Some research shows that developed countries believe that energy security is the availability of sufficient supplies at affordable prices. But developing or energy exporting countries, on the other hand, interpret energy security based on the maintaining the security of demand for their export. Recently, global energy policy at national and international levels tries to link energy security and environmental protection. This policy is based on the best available technologies, green and renewable energy to ensure energy security and environmental protection at the same time. In this context, renewable and green energy can simultaneously improve energy security and protect the environment. However, the private markets are not likely to provide this social benefit without further state or international organizations' intervention. Because enhanced energy security and protection environment confer external benefits that are not reflected private market prices. Now, I'm going to talk about sustainable development, which links the energy security and environmental protection. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, adopted by the United Nations, provides a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people and planet. Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, which contain 17 goals, are an urgent call for action by all developed and developing countries in a global partnership. Goal 7 ensure that access to clean and affordable energy, which is a key to developing agriculture, business, communication, education, healthcare, and transportation. According to this goal, the lack of access to energy hindered economic and human development. The United Nations stated clearly that the latest data suggests that the world continue to advance towards sustainable energy target. Nevertheless, the current pace of progress is insufficient to achieve goal 7 by 2030. So achieving energy and climate change goals will require continued policy support and massive mobilizations of public and private capital for clean and renewable energy, especially in developing countries. Now let's talk about the challenges facing sustainable development and green energy. One of the challenges facing environmental protection and energy security is policy making at national and international levels. Energy represents a significant component of economic and social development. In addition, policy making and strategies should deal with the balance of the country's energy security and environmental protection. As a result, energy policy concerns all activities of the energy industry, including the extraction and development of resources, energy production, and transport and distribution of energy resources, and end product and energy consumption. Protecting the environment and energy security, in this case, should be a primary objective of a state in their goals relating to economic growth. So in this context, several barriers persist, including environmental preoccupation with energy security. Second challenge is limit of national legislation and international regulation for energy security. International regulations, including treaties and conventions, national legislation are essential to environmental protection and energy security. Therefore, in order to provide energy security and environmental protection, it requires legal basis and regulations at national and international levels. Renewable energies is of strategic importance of any country in the world. So the lack of interest aroused by the regularization of the legal aspect of environmental protection and utilization of renewable energy, it's important in this matter. In this perspective, many countries did not consider environmental preoccupation as one of their priorities in their policies at national level, especially. Regarding international regulation, the 1994 Energy Charter Treaty and the 1998 Trade Agreement supplemented by the 1994 Protocol of Energy Efficiency and related environmental matters, are some legal instruments for energy security. The Energy Charter Treaty is a multilateral framework for energy cooperation designed to promote energy security through more open and competitive energy market, respecting the principle of sustainable development and sovereignty of a state over energy resources based on the principle in the Energy Charter. So negotiations and modernization of the Energy Charter Treaty started in July 22, and we can expect a proposal from redefining energy security in international law. However, the lack of international regulations and national legislation for green energy is one of the main obstacles in this matter. So, third challenge is a financial challenge. Generally, fossil fuel, including oil, coal, and natural gas, are the world's primary and dominant energy sources. However, the utilization of renewable energy remains relatively complex because many developing countries face financial limitations. The current global financial crisis based on COVID-19 aggravated the environmental problems in the world. Therefore, all states must cooperate to facilitate the development of renewable energy technologies and lead the world into new era of energy sustainability. Another challenge is transfer of renewable technologies and green energy. The decarbonization of developing countries' economic depend on the transfer of renewable technologies. In fact, replacing production technologies based on the massive use of fossil fuel with renewable energy require new technologies. For this reason, it is crucial to promote technology transfer to developing countries. Now let's look at some solution to implement sustainable development for improving energy security. One of the solutions could be prioritizing sustainable development in policy and decision making at national and international level. The state should take real action for the implementation of sustainable development goals, including the goal 7 relating to energy. In fact, sustainable development requires the utilization of renewable energy technologies, utilization of renewable energy sources, and energy saving technologies related directly to sustainable development. Also, regarding the climate change issue, it is essential to note that the policies and structural reforms aimed at the reducing dependence of fossil fuel could deliver not only a significant reduction in gas emission, but also help improve energy security. Another solution is the application of the energy sustainability technologies. The issue of technology sustainability entitles the type of action that are deeply rooted in the policies, plan, and actions that are deeply rooted in many areas of international regulations. So energy security is related directly to economic growth, development, poverty alleviations, and environment. The policy to overcome problems and difficulties facing environment and energy security challenge has to involve a carefully managed hierarchy of measures. Those should start with minimization of the energy needs of world economic, followed by reuse or recycling of materials, energy recovery, energy valorization, and reuse and or finishing with the harvesting and utilization of renewable energy at the national levels. So adopting financial measure at national and international levels also could be another solution. Financing into renewable energy to reduce environmental risk requires mobilizing additional resources at national and international levels. For this purpose, financing could provide valuable resources for energy security based on sustainable development. Finally, another solution to implement sustainable development for energy security is international cooperation in energy sector. International agreements regarding green technology can be essential in encouraging collaboration between developing and developed countries. In this context, some international organizations, such as International Energy Agency, can play a crucial role in encouraging inventors from different countries to cooperate in the development of green energy. To conclude my presentation, the world is facing the double challenge of environmental degradation and energy insecurity. The explosion of geopolitical tension and the financial crisis followed by COVID-19 have aggravated the problems facing international environmental protection and energy security. From this perspective, addressing environmental degradation and providing energy security are crucial for current and future generations. The diversification of energy supplies with greater use of local renewable energy sources seems as part of the energy development strategy. The rapid and continuous increase in energy price over the past decade have shown the close link between energy access, affordable supply, and sustainable development. To meet the legal challenges facing international environmental law and energy security, it is crucial that all state developing and developed countries create the opportunity to initiate negotiation and discussion to establish permanent cooperation in this matter. In addition, energy security from a sustainable development perspective is becoming a strategic issue, require new instrument and forum for dialogue between developed and developing countries. Thank you for paying attention to my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Abbas Poorhashemi, for this nice presentation.